Hello and welcome to RevWheels, and we're here again in beautiful Igatpuri. Now, Mahindra launched the original Thar way back in 2010, and of course it was extremely popular. Then the next generation Thar was launched almost a decade later in 2020, and that vehicle was a revelation. And after that, just recently, in fact, you had the four-door avatar of the Thar, which is the Mahindra Thar Rocks. Now, with the Rocks, Mahindra offered the same off-road capability of the Thar with more practicality. You had four doors, you had lots of feel-good features that you come to expect in a premium SUV. And then, of course, what Mahindra decided was to transfer some of the nice features from the Thar Rocks into the new Thar. This year is the new facelifted Mahindra Thar, and I'm going to tell you whether it's a big improvement or is it just the same. Now let's talk about the changes on the new facelifted Thar. First up is the color. This is the new Battleship Grey, and we think it looks fantastic in this color. The other new option that you have is Tango Red. Now, talking about the front, the grille remains identical to the earlier car, but now it's body colored. What we also didn't like, or we think could have been better, is the headlight and the DRL combination basically. So you have a halogen bulb which is yellow on the headlight, and of course the fog lights are yellow as well, but the DRLs are white. I think the yellow and white bits don't really match. I think an all white combo would have looked much better. The other change that you can see is the front bumper. It's now dual tone as against the single color that you got on the previous car. Now on the side, there are no changes whatsoever. You get the same 18-inch alloys. The design is the same, but you do have a few changes on the rear. Let's take a look. Now talking about the rear, like in the front, you get dual tone bumpers at the rear as well. But one of the most important changes, or rather additions I can say, in the new Thar is this. The addition of a brand new rear window washer wiper, which was extremely important because during drives on the highways or off-roading, it would get extremely dirty and there was no way you could clean the rear windshield. But now you have a solution for it. Now let's talk about the changes on the inside, which are quite a few. Let me see if I can point them all out. The most important change is, of course, the infotainment screen. The previous one was pretty dated, not very good to touch as well. This is lifted straight from the Thar Rocks. This is the 10.2-inch infotainment system, very sharp graphics, very intuitive to use and very touch sensitive as well. This is the 10.2-inch screen. I think this is one of the biggest updates on the inside. Let's take a look at the other things. The power window buttons are missing on the center console. They've been moved to the default position on the doors. So you get power windows on the doors now, the power window switches rather. Then of course you get these grab bars, which was also much needed because getting in and out of the Thar is quite a bit of a task because of the height, and this makes it a little bit easier. Then of course, as you can see, one of the biggest additions here is the driver armrest, which was again missing on the previous vehicle. Now these small things, like I mentioned before, make a huge difference in the overall experience. Driving long distances, an armrest is a very important feature, and now you have it. Another thing that helps in driving long distances is the dead pedal, which was also missing in the previous model, and now that improves the overall driving experience. Touching the steering wheel, I realized this is an all-new steering wheel as well. So these are all the changes on the Thar. Another thing that I missed out is the soft touch materials on the door pad. Mahindra has made sure that when you keep your rest your elbow for long distances, plastic is not ideal. So they've given some soft touch material on the door pad, which helps. Another addition along with the infotainment screen is the addition of a rear view camera, which was again very important. Another important addition is the internal fuel lid opener, which was much needed because in the earlier Thar you need to literally get out, open the fuel lid with the key. Now all you do is hit the button. Now the rear passengers also benefit from this Thar's facelift. You get aircon vents at the back, and along with the aircon vents you also get a Type-C charging port. Now, powering the facelifted Thar are the same engine options. So you get the M-Hawk diesel and the M Stallion petrol. Power output for the petrol is 150 bhp and 300 newton meters of torque for the manual and 320 newton meters of torque for the 6-speed automatic. Diesel, what we're driving here, the top end diesel, you get 130 bhp and 300 newton meters of torque. Now, power wise, I don't think the Thar needed any more power. It's already quite powerful. Now, talking about off-road, I think Mahindra hasn't changed a thing. You get everything that you got in the earlier Thar, and it's just a veritable mountain goat. I mean, the Igatpuri track for Mahindra is one of the most extreme tracks, and the Mahindra Thar just goes about it like nobody's business. Now, additionally, in the infotainment system, you also get Gen 2 off-road statistics. So you get a steering wheel angle, you get engine temperature, you get pitch, you get roll, and of course you get a tachometer, trip meter, altimeter, and of course outside pressure and temperature. Now that was for off-road. For on-road, you get a compass, you get a power reading, you get torque, and you get G-force. And should you decide to take your new Thar racing, you get a lap timer as well. Now, the Mahindra Thar has always been one of the most popular lifestyle vehicles. And despite its shortcomings, people have always loved the Thar for its extreme capability and, of course, the iconic Jeep design. Now, with the facelift, Mahindra has made sure that it has addressed all those little shortcomings. And with that, it has improved the overall ownership experience by a huge margin. Now, the Mahindra Thar, it's a proper, well-rounded lifestyle vehicle. Thanks to that facelift. Now, it's not as practical as the Thar rocks, obviously, but then it's a lot better than the previous car and it's much more livable with now. The prices for the new Thar are out right now and here they are.